Hello, Bacon. Good morning. And good morning also to those students who are here in school. Hello, Panda. Good morning. Paot. Good morning. Okay, so while waiting for others, please sign in to your Google account because we will have another Google Forms activity today. Okay, so kindly sign into your Google account. We will start in like 4 minutes. Okay, so I will give you time to sign in, and also I will assist some of your friends here because they're not allowed to use their phones, but I allow them just to sign into Google. So I just want to make sure that after they sign in, they will return their phones in the box. Okay, so online, please sign in to your Google account. Okay, and please excuse me for a while. Okay, online, please give me more time because some of your friends did not sign in yet. So I will assist them because I think some of them have difficulty. Okay, so please wait. We will start in 2 minutes. Okay. Okay, students, sorry about that. One of your classmates were not able to sign in. Okay, but I think we cannot wait for long. You will just catch up. Okay, so everybody, after you sign in, please go to Google Forms because we will have another activity today. Students here, please keep quiet. Everybody, please keep quiet. Chiwik, just please catch up, okay? Because the time here in Zoom is limited. Okay, so today, students, I will introduce you to sections. Okay, I will also introduce you to shuffle questions, tool, and then as well as choices, and then the other option for some questions. Okay, so I would like you to create a blank form again. You know how to do that one already? Okay, please create a new form. Do not tell me you don't know this one yet because I taught you already for, I think, 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, so for our activity today or for our form, we will create a computer games survey form. Okay, so please change the name to computer games survey. Okay, so this survey would be about computer games. Chiwek, is it okay now? Okay, done. Okay, please wait. Excuse me for a while. On, everyone, finish. Okay, so this one is very easy. You will just type computer games survey. Okay, so this is the title of our survey form today. Chiwik, please catch up. Okay, computer games survey. And then I would like everybody to go to settings here. Okay, so as what I have said earlier, I will introduce you to shuffle question order. Okay, so please go to settings, everybody here. And then, do you see presentation there, this one? Yes or no? Okay, I would like you to click the drop-down arrow. And then there are several options there. And one option that you can find is shuffle question order. What do you mean by shuffle? Yes, okay. So every time you refresh the page, the order of the question will be different. Okay, question number 1 will not always be question number 1 if you turn this one on. Okay, the first question might be question number 5. The second question might be question number 10. So it depends. The system will generate it by itself, will randomize by itself. It's like random. Okay, the order of the questions will be random. So this one is good if you are doing quizzes. Okay, but for survey forms, I think you don't need to do this one. Okay, so we will just turn this off for a while. Okay, or for now. Okay, we will not do this one, but next time we will create a quiz in Google Forms, so we will use this one. Okay, so I just want you to introduce to this one. Okay? Done? Okay, now let's go back to questions. Okay, so by default, you have like this, right? Okay, in Google Forms, you can do sections also. Do you know exam, right? Do you have exams, yes or no? Right? In your exams, there are parts, like for example, part 1, part 2. You have like that, right? Yes or no? How about online? Do you know in your test, you have like part 1 and part 2, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, you can do that also in Google Forms. You can have sections. Okay, so for the first one here, this will be the main page. Okay, so I would like you to click on this one and delete this question for now. Okay, delete this one. We will just add questions later. Okay, please delete so that the remaining question here will be like this only. Okay, alternatively, also you can add form description if you want to. It depends on you. Okay, so this will be the first page. Okay, so when you try to preview it, everybody click preview, this one, the I button, if you see that. Okay, as what you can see, this is only the form, or like this one only, right? There's no questions yet because we will apply sections later on. Okay, you will know later what's the difference between sections and the normal forms that we created last week. Okay, so you have like this when you click on the preview button, yes or no? Do you have like this? You don't have email? Maybe because you did not enable the settings. Students, this is better if you do it. Okay, so you need to go to settings again. You need to go to settings and then form defaults, collect email addresses by default. You need to enable this one so that the people who will answer your form should key in their email address first before answering the questions. This one is very important to verify that they are not hackers or something like that, just for you to be extra safe also. Okay, please turn this one on, online and on-site. Please turn this one on. Go to settings, everybody, and then after that, form defaults and then collect email addresses by default. Okay, so after you turn that one on, go back to questions and then try to preview. Do you have email address now? Yes or no? Okay, please turn this one on every time, okay? Online, how about you? Are you following?
Yes.
Okay, now let's go back so you can exit the preview. Okay, so now students, I will teach you how to add sections. Okay, so for example, after collecting the email address, you will collect the personal information next. Okay, and then we can do that by adding sections just to be organized also with your forms. Okay, so to add a section, all you need to do is to click this one. Do you see this option? Wait. This one, the two rectangles here. Okay, so the two rectangles here can be used to add sections. Okay, so you can have a lot of sections there in your forms. That is up to you. Okay, I would like you to click on that one. And then as what you can see, you will see this one, like section 2 of 2, right? This is section 1 by default. There is one section by default, but you can have 2 or more sections. Okay, you will have like this, right? Online, on-site. Okay, so this is section 2. Okay, now I would like you to add one question. Just click the plus sign here so that we can see the difference later on. Okay, just add one more question and do not write anything yet. Do not type anything yet. Just this one. Okay. You have like this now? Okay, now I would like you to go or to click the preview button. and see what happens. Click preview, everyone. Okay, so as what you can see, there is the next button here, right? Okay, because this is section 1. Okay, in order for you to go to the next section, you need to answer the required questions first on section 1 or in section 1. So that is what section, okay? What section is about. It's like part 1, part 2, part 3, something like that. Okay? Understand? Online, how about you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so that's it. Let's go back to the editing part. Okay, so for the second section of your form, students, for today, okay, we will add the personal information. Because of course, when you have a survey, sometimes you need to have, or you need to gather the name of the person, but it does not, it is not really required. It is up to you. But for our form today, we will just require it. Okay. So the first question would be your name. Okay, so the user must enter his or her name. Okay, so for the name, I think it's automatic. It will automatically change to short answer, right? Name. And also students, that's why I ask you to collect email addresses so that the person answering your phone cannot go to the next page or to the next part of the form without entering his or email address. Okay, so it is really important. Okay, name for the first one. And then for the second one, that would be your age. Okay, so what question type for the age? What would be the question type for the age? Anyone? Age? Yes, Kawat?
Short answer.
Okay, short answer for age also. Because you will just enter a number, right? How old you are, something like that. Okay, and next we will add another one, okay, which is gender. Do you know gender? Gender, male or female, boy or girl, something like that. Okay, so what question type can you use for that one? For gender? Multiple choice, what else?
Check box.
Check box, but check box, take note that if you use check box, the user can choose more than one answer. So do you think it is ideal here? So we have multiple choice, what else? What's the other multiple choice that we have that the user can choose only one answer?
Drop down.
Drop down, yes, very good. Okay, so for the gender students, you can have multiple choice or drop down. Not checkbox, because if you use checkbox, the user can choose both genders. Okay, so for this one, it is ideal to have multiple choice or drop down. But if you want to have short answer, that would be fine also, but the user needs to type. Here, you need to make it as user-friendly as possible. That means it will be easier for the user to answer. Okay, so drop down or multiple choice. For me, I will just use drop down. Okay, and then you will add there the options, which are male and female. Okay, for the gender. Okay, so for section 2, we have how many questions? For section 2, how many questions do we have?
3.
3. Okay, very good. Are you done with this one? You need more time? For those who cannot see it, this one. But I think you know the spelling of male and female already. You can just have there actually M or F. You can have that. Online, are you done?
Yes.
Yes.
How about one side, are you done? This one is very easy, right? You don't really need more time for this one, I guess. Okay, so we have now two sections, this one and this one. And again, when you click on preview, okay, everything will not appear. The first section will just appear first. Okay? And then in order for the user to go to the next section, the user needs to answer all the required questions here. Okay, so in this case, the email of the user. He or she needs to type it first before she can or he can go on to the next section. Okay? Done? And also students, for multiple choice, when you go here, you will see like here, is there a shuffle option order? Shuffle option order, can you see that? Yes or no? This one, this option.
Yes.
Okay, what does it mean? What does it mean? Anyone? The questions. What does it mean? Swap what?
คำตอบ
Yes, sorry.
สลับคำตอบ
Okay, so please answer in English. Please answer in English.
Switch the answer.
Okay, swap the choices. Okay, so here, students, for the choices, we have male or female, male and female, right? Everybody, please do not be noisy. Okay, right now, students, we have two options, right? Male and female. Am I right? One male, two female. Am I right? Yes or no? If you choose shuffle order, for some people, it will be female first and then male. Okay, so it can be like that because you shuffle the option order or the order of the choices. Okay, so you can do this one on quizzes. This one is very effective so that the students cannot copy answer with each other or the answers from each other. Okay, so you can use this one. Okay, but for this one, I think no need. Okay, so are you done with this one? Yes or no? Okay, now let's go to the next one. I would like you to add one more section. Okay, one more section. So right now we have section 3 of 3, right? Okay, so for section 3, we will just name it as computer games questions. Okay, computer games questions online. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to ask me, okay? Again, add another section, section 3, and then name it as computer games questions. Finish? Okay, now students, I would like you to add one question in this section. Okay, and for the question, it would be, how much do you like computer games? Again, how much do you like to play computer games? So for this kind of question, what should be the best question type here? How much do you like to play computer games? What would be the question type here, the best question type? So you are asking for the level. What question type, Satang? How do you read it? Okay, so for that one, you can use the linear scale. Very good, Satang. Okay, if you're asking for the level, students, you can use the linear scale question type. Okay, so the question here is, how much do you like to play computer games? So for example, for this one, we will have 3 options. So by the way, please change it to linear scale first. And then I think we will just choose 3. Okay, so label 1 would be, it is from highest to lowest or lowest to highest. That would be up to you. Okay, so for example, we have very much. We also have not really. Okay, for option. Oh, okay. Oh, we cannot add another label here. How come? We should be able to do it, right? 1 to 5. Okay, so we will just have 1 to 5, let's say. Okay, so label 1 would be lowest, and then label 5 would be highest. Okay, we will just do this as this one. I think, yes. I think you can also have it here like multiple choice grid. You can do this one also here. Multiple choice can be also. Okay, so we will just have here like lowest to highest. Okay, so 1 is the lowest and 5 would be the highest. Yes, Chiwik? You're doing something there that we're not doing here. You are talking to yourself. Online, are you okay there? Or it's hard to teach online and on-site at the same time? But this is the new normal. We cannot do anything. Okay, done with this one? Yes or no? Done? Okay, now I would like you to add another question. Okay, so it will be like this, students, right? Lowest to highest. So the user will click 1 here as to how much he or she likes to play computer games. Okay, now. Okay, number 2. What type of computer games? Oops, sorry, wrong spelling. What type of computer games do you play? Okay, how about to this type of question? What type of computer games do you play? Check all that apply. What should be the question type here? I think it will be automatic when you type. What is it?
Checkbox.
Yes, checkbox, because here you can choose more than one answer. Okay, so you can have categories of games like action, adventure. You can also have simulation, sports, puzzles. And then do you see the add other option there? Do you see that? Okay, so for example, you have 5 choices, right? But the answer of the user is not among these choices. So for example, he likes something like Sudoku, something like that. Okay, just an example. Okay, so if the answer of the user or the answer that the user wants is not here, then he or she can answer using the other option here. Okay, so for other, okay, the user can type other answers aside from the choices given here. Okay, so that's the purpose of add other. Okay, I would like you to add that one. Please click this one, add other. Okay, just in case the user's answer is not here. Finish? Okay. And then students, I would like you to add 3 more questions about computer games. Any question will do, and that would be your activity for today. Okay, so you have 2 questions now, right? In section 2 or section 3, I mean. Okay, so I would like you to add 3 more questions. Any question types about computer games. Okay, and then after that, since you logged in here, you can send it to my email to those who are here. But to those who are studying at home, you can send the link to our line group. Do you understand? Online?
Yes.
Yes.
Again, online, send the link to our line group. Those who are studying here, please send it to my email because you logged into your email already. Okay, 3 more questions. Any question type, any questions about computer games. Take note that this is a survey, not a quiz. Okay, so please add survey questions, just like what we did last time. You can say like, why do you play computer games? You can also have like, how often do you play computer games? Is it daily, weekly, 2 times a week, 3 times a week, every day, something like that, every hour, every minute, every second? Okay. Yes, any questions? Yes, about computer games. You can search on Google. There are a lot of questions there about computer games. Please make use of your materials there. You have the internet. Okay, so I'll give you the remaining time. I'll give you some examples of questions like, how often do you play this game? Why do you like to play computer games? Where do you usually play? Or what do you usually play? Do you think video games are educational? Something like that. Okay, so those are just some examples of questions. Okay, online, please send your work or send the link to our line group. Okay, understand? Online? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so that is all for today. I will see you again next week for another Google Forms activity. I will teach you how to create a quiz or a test questionnaire next week in Google Forms. Okay, so I will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, teacher.